Greetings, Cleveland, and welcome to Creative Focus, the show that illuminates some of Cleveland's most talented and creative arts across the genres of film, dance, music, theater, visual arts, and fashion design. I'm your host, Cornell Calhoun III, and I'm thrilled to have as my guest on the show, Creative Focus today, entrepreneur and co-owner of the You See Me Boutique, Miss Chee Crenshaw. Chee, welcome to Creative Focus.
Thank you.
Girl, let's chop it up. So we go way back.
Yes, we do.
Back to your basketball playing days at CSU.
Yes.
I used to work you out at the Central Y when you had those aspirations for the WNBA.
Yeah.
You know, you had a very talented high school career and college career.
Thank you.
And you know, the things that we're exposed to when we're coming up, you know, like you were driven and motivated,
Yeah.
that holds true later on in life, wouldn't you say?
I totally agree.
What motivates you still today?
You know, I like to see ladies look beautiful. You know, a lot of people don't shine unless you help them. And that's what we do. We provide an experience at You See Me Boutique where we like to get the outside and the inside to match up. And that's what we do with our garments.
And so it's located at 6420 Detroit Avenue?
Yes, it is.
How long have you been there?
About 9 months now. We were at a different location prior to that.
Okay. And let's talk about your flamboyant co-owner, Charles Poindexter.
Yes. Well, Charles and I go way back too, not as long as me and you, but I mean, we've had a good friendship, you know, sister brotherhood, and we had a desire to bring that to fashion. He likes to dress his lady, and I definitely like to dress, so we were just a match made.
So why do you think you guys mesh so well?
You know, I think you got to have proper communication, healthy communication, and an understanding what your strengths and weaknesses are. And we have different ones on both sides. So we kind of, you know, stay in our lane most of the time and we get it done.
Now, let's talk about the title of the boutique, You See Me. Where did that come from?
We needed a new name, so I started praying on it. And that's something actually, we do say to each other, because when you're looking high, you're like, oh, you see me, you know.
Right,
and it just fit, you know. I took it to him and he liked it. Yes.
Talk about the challenges of owning your own business.
Well, I mean, you go from working for someone else, you know, maybe a 40-hour week or so, and you think it's going to be easier, but it's not. I mean, you're consistently having to do things off the clock. You know, it's like you're never off work. So that's one of the challenges, and just staying relevant, you know, and getting your name out there. You know, you always want to put out a good product, which we naturally already do, but as well, you just want to make sure you stay relevant, and that takes time in itself.
And what do you think sets the You See Me boutique apart from other boutiques, from other fashion outlets? I mean, what wows people when they come to your boutique?
Well, I can say the uniqueness of our clothes, but that's not going to keep people coming back. You have to have that personality, that loving spirit that we naturally just give to people. So they want to come and shop with us or work with us because of how we treat them too. Customer service isn't dead. You know, we take pride in that. So, and then the clothes just do the rest.
Like the way you treated me over the years. So.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
So how do you keep the store's inventory fresh and vibrant?
Well, you know, we don't want to be that JCPenney, so to speak, or a Macy's. We'll go to LA, the fashion district, or we'll go to like Vegas to different shows where you can meet vendors from all over. And then, you know, we like to feel the quality of it. Now, once we know we like the quality, the style comes next. And then, so we're always trying to look for something new. You know, no one wants to go up the street to get it. I mean, they feel kind of special if you're willing to go out of town and get that vibe for them.
What do you think your strengths are as an entrepreneur?
Well, I think my strengths are, you know, just like I said, how being a people person. You know, that actually doesn't come naturally to everyone. You know, I'm very direct on things, but I'm also, very loving in that, and I take pride in that. You know, I take time for people. I have no problem with working with people. You know, everyone doesn't want to do that, and everyone isn't welcoming when you come into, you know, their establishment, but we are. So we'll love on you, hug on you, or whatever, pray over you, even if we're not buying anything. So I think that, you know, registers in people that last.
And what about the social media aspect of owning a boutique? How do you utilize that? And,
Yes, definitely. Charles does a lot of that. I mean, on Instagram and always promoting things, always trying to do local events. I mean, we've done the reggae festival, the wine tasting event, tequila festival, you know, things like that. You got to get out there and let people see you. You know, they don't necessarily know. They might not even be coming to the area, but once they experience, you know, you wherever you are at, they're usually welcome to come to the store.
Okay, so talk about the store's inception, how it all came about, you know.
Okay, well, I was thinking of something that I wanted to do because I was getting my MBA. And I knew, I said, at some point, I want my own business. I don't really want to work for anyone else. And so Charles was working for the waste department, and he wanted to as well get something going for himself. We had a third partner, but she branched off, and we just continued. And we found the first location on West 130th in Lorraine, and that really wasn't working out. We tried them all, but we were like, that doesn't fit us either. So when we found this location, it was just right up our alley because they were renewing things in the neighborhood, you know, renovating, putting up new condos and everything. So it's like, yeah, actually we just got an award from that Northeast Ohio, you know, neighborhood or whatever. They just gave us an award for being in their neighborhood.
Oh, really?
Contributing, because whether they call us to do something for back to school, Charles was cooking 200 hot dogs for people. I mean, whatever they calling us to do, we want to participate.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
I know when I attended the grand opening.
Yes.
I mean, it was really great to see all the
Thank you.
people, see family. You know, you had a lot of support from your family.
Definitely.
Your mom was there, and a couple of your relatives and
Yes.
other people. How important is that family support when owning a business or trying to get a business off the ground?
You know, that's very, very valuable because everyone doesn't have that support. Charles has that support from his maid and from his family too. You know, one thing is when you got family involved, sometimes they're like, hey, can you order that? You know, like as if we just get one. It doesn't work like that, but we always aim to please. But definitely it's very valuable because, you know, they're not trying to stand in your way. They're trying to help build you. So, yeah, we love that.
So now what did you do? What were your other employment jobs prior to owning your own business?
Well, I was personal banker for Huntington. I tried being a social worker for some years at
I remember.
Yes,
that.
at Department of Children and Family Services. You know, like we were talking earlier, I mean, at one point we were doing an all-women sports show. You know, sports is my thing. So, I mean, trying other things, and yeah, of course, I still love sports, but at some point you got to pick what you're really good at. And me trying to get back into modeling, I mean, it just kind of plays hand in hand with that.
Yeah, I understand that because I had to make a choice, either basketball or theater, film.
Right.
You know, because nowadays to have a successful high school basketball team, it's 24/7.
It is.
It's
yes.
24/7. So how do you think your prior employment prepared you for what you're doing now, running this boutique?
Well, I think that even just talking about a social worker skills or when I was a personal banker or whatever, you're still dealing with one-on-one with clients. And I mean, sometimes, you know, we dress people, you know, everyone doesn't have a look. Sometimes you got to help bring them out of their comfort zone or they don't really know how to put things together. So we kind of have that vision. So I think just proper communication, following up, paying attention to details, that kind of coincides with what we do now.
Okay. And how do you think you increase productivity and revenue in a business like that? I mean, what do you think is essential to that success?
Well, partly is social media, but I started meeting with someone from the Hispanic Business Center. This gentleman, Cole, he's trying to show me how to set up our email database. We already have people that's registered, but now we want to start sending them, let's say, notifications for events, or we want to send them notifications for different sales, or if you haven't seen them in a while, you can send them something. So just trying to grow it on the back end too, not just being out there, as I already said, that we get out going to different events and showcasing and things, or doing maybe even a fashion show or something, but we want to do the back end too, to make sure our consistency goes with our customers.
Okay. You just said the magic word, fashion show.
Yes.
So I understand you have some lovely young ladies, some models who are going to fashion some of your garments, right?
Yes,
That's
yes.
not a surprise. Okay, so we're going to cut away for a moment, and then when we return, we're going to look at some of the fabulous garments from You See Me Boutique. Be back in a minute.
So up first is Ye. She has a cheetah print 2-piece dress. If you got a night out with your girlfriends, it'll fit just fine. Doesn't she look fabulous? And here we have Yanni with a fedora hat, blue trimmed in red with a sequins jumpsuit. Don't she look hot? Next up is Esty, better known as T. Doesn't she look awesome with that purple sequins dress? If you have an evening out with your boo, this one will do. Here's Deanna, looking fierce and fabulous. See, she is represented for the curvy ladies. We gotta have y'all looking great too. This is a jumpsuit that she is bound to catch one wearing.
Okay, Miss Chee Crenshaw. That was fabulous.
Thank you.
And so exciting, man. Let me ask you a question. Would you consider yourself and your partner, Charles, as risk takers?
It definitely we are. Think about it. You're going out on faith to do something that maybe you've never seen any of your family do or anything. You can buy a garment you think is hot. Maybe whoever the customer doesn't think it's hot. So it's all a risk. But like I said, we are on faith.
And I got a question for you.
Okay.
That I've always wondered. So when you decide to select a garment
Yes.
for the store, do you get that garment in various sizes, or do you get one particular? How do you know, like, I need to buy 20 smalls, I need to buy 20 extra smalls, I need to buy 4 mediums? How do you figure that? How do you figure that out?
Well, first of all, we're not accustomed to doing reorders, so and we don't buy 20. We have small to 3X curvy, so we usually get 2 of an item, and once it's sold out, it's sold out. We go on to something else.
Okay.
As far as deciding on what to choose, of course, we got different seasons here, but we like to be like an all-season store because people still travel. Right. And as you know, living in Cleveland, you can have all seasons in one day, all 4. So we like to be prepared for that. So if someone comes in and says they're going on a cruise, we got that. If someone needs a coat, we got that. We got the swimsuit, we got the sweater coat. We got all kinds, from jumpsuits to dresses to, as Charles would say, like from the pulpit to the parking lot. We try to cover. Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's cool. So my next question is, so what do you do with inventory that doesn't sell? What happens with that?
Well, we like to put things on sale, of course. So, we have some sales going on right now. As well, we've been talking about seeing some places we can donate to. So since we both go to the Word Church, we were discussing, the women's prison ministry. They need, they need clothes too. So we're going to donate some over there. So yes, in the sales, we're not making that much off of it when we put it that low as we have it right now.
Okay. So tell me what the secret is to super customer service, in your opinion. What do you think brings customers back in terms of that customer service aspect?
Well, first of all, keeping your word. If we make a mistake, it's on us. You know what I'm saying? So, but that friendliness, that vibe that we like to laugh and have fun with our customers. They could talk to us about anything. Sometimes we're like counselors over there. Because they come in and just share. They have expectations of us, like why you didn't whatever? It's like, oh, wait a minute, you get caught up in the business, but some of the customers like, I want you to call me. I want you to check in on me. So we do so many things. We'll even let people pre-order things. I'll send photos out sometimes to different, members customers that shop all the time to see if they like a garment before I buy it. And then, because that's a lot,
Right.
to spend all of that on garments and it just sit. We can't do that. So, yeah.
So will suppliers allow you to buy one item, one size?
There are some sites, very few that we deal with, that you can pick the sizes. Usually they come in a set of 6 or 8.
Okay.
But the couple that do, you're going to end up paying even more for a garment.
And in that 6 or 8, you can get the different sizes that you actually want?
From that vendor, but most of the vendors have a pack that's set to different sizes, 2 1X, 2 2X, 2 3X, or 2 small, 2 medium, 2 large, 2 extra large, something like that.
Okay.
And everyone doesn't go up in the curvy, and everyone doesn't, service smalls. It depends on the vendor.
Okay. So do you travel when you go to suppliers, or you do it by social media, email, or computer? I should say internet.
I get you. I understand what you're asking. Well, once we've already met the vendor, let's say we met them when we went to LA, we met them when we went to Vegas, then we've already I like to feel the garments, make sure it's good quality. I want to check it out. And then if we like them and we want to keep ordering from them, they'll usually either send us a spreadsheet, or you can go to their website and then you pick what you want. They'll ship it to you.
How do you select items?
Well, I got a little style, you see me now. This is part of some of our stuff. But I think it just has to stand out, whether it's I'm buying something that I think a church member or someone, or a business person might want to wear, or someone is stepping out or on a date or whatever. So we got sheer, we got things, like I said, that you can wear to work. So, I think it just has to hit something like a little light, like, oh, I think we have a need for that. And sometimes you get it wrong, but a lot of times we get it right.
Okay, so there's an item. Charles likes it. You don't like it. Who wins? How do you handle? Does that ever happen?
It does happen sometimes. Sometimes I just go with it and just get it, and sometimes he'll just decide on it. But most of the time, we're in agreement, and a lot of times I'm going through picking the garments. Now, since Charles went to sewing school, he done took his classes. Oh my God. He think he's just the coldest now. And I'm not saying he isn't.
Right.
He's definitely trying to grow our brand. He's learning how to put our You See Me logo on garments. And he's making bags.
What?
He's reconfiguring garments. This dude, he is out of control. Yes, but I'm proud of him, definitely.
And how do you price your items, Chee? Do you go, when the suppliers give you garments, do they have a suggested price or no? How does that work?
The one vendor that I told you can pick the sizes you want, they have that on their site, but we don't get many garments from them. We were taught an algorithm when we first got it, but they say you should at least make double, because you got to put right back into the business.
Gotcha.
But in actuality, we don't always make double. And then if it's really unique, we may be able to charge a little bit more. So it just depends on the item.
Okay, so I'm going to put you on the spot.
Come on with it.
Yeah, I'm coming. Describe your worst working day.
Oh, I got you. I was literally crying in the store. A customer was just very difficult to deal with. And I could tell by the way she conversed with me, she was talking negatively about other establishments. And I was thinking, if I don't, basically try to help her, which I already do, but she was just, really being difficult. And, at the end, I thought about it. I said, I never want to be in that situation again where I'm just bending over backwards and a person is not appreciative of it. So at this point, I don't accept that. And, we already treat people kindly, and I expect it in return. But that was a really bad day for me, yes.
If you could change anything about the boutique now, what would it be?
I like where we're headed. We're always thinking of new things. At one point, we plan to add shoes in there. Charles, that's his mind. He's had a very creative mind. So he's already thinking, if we get rid of all of this, maybe these racks won't be here. I could put this here. We're already talking about renovating, the boutique and adding different things. We already signed a 3-year lease, so we plan to stay there.
Okay.
So yes, things like that. Whether it's the style of it or, different things you have up. Like he's always changing the backdrop. He'll come in and just build a rack that day. I'm like, where do you even get that? But yeah, so he does that quite often. That's his lane.
So where do you see the boutique in 5 years? Where would you like to see the boutique in 5 years?
Well, I would definitely like to have menswear. I definitely want that.
You'd have a customer.
And you like to dress, I already know. Yes, we would like to franchise. And of course, the branding. I want to see, what's different than like your style, whatever, you wear designer clothes. Why can't we be that? They all had a start. And that's where I would like to see You See Me Boutique. And I'm sure there's going to be some things that Charles is going to do and I'm going to do separately. But, I would definitely like to grow it in, like I said, franchise.
I believe you're going to get there.
I receive. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for being on the show, dear. Good seeing you again.
Likewise.
If you ever want to work out, I got the ball, I got the gym.
Okay, got you.
I'd like to thank my special guest, Chee Crenshaw, for hanging out with me today on Creative Focus. So that's it, Cleveland. We're out. But remember, a true artist is not only inspired, but inspires others. I'm Cornell Hubert Calhoun III for TV 20 and Creative Focus. Until the next time becomes our time, be well, be safe.